Hello, Chris Ward for OSP Worldwide. I'm here today with the OSP CLG2. This is a dual channel compressor limiter gate. Now, compressor limiter gates are used to control the dynamic range of a signal. So, for example, you may want to have overall system control to keep the system from getting too loud at certain times or not being loud enough at others. So by decreasing that dynamic range, you can allow a more even controlled output signal. Compressor limiter gates are also used to control specific instruments or specific vocals. So you may use an insert cable to insert one channel of compressor limiter gating to control a pastor's microphone, maybe a lead vocalist microphone, or very, very commonly drum microphones. A lot of times you could use as many as 6 or 8 compressor limiter gate channels for miking drum sets and controlling those drums. The idea is to allow the signal to pass through, but then to gate the signal off before it allows other extraneous noise to come through that microphone channel. So there's a lot of settings, a lot of controls to look at, and the CLG2 has everything that you need on all conventional compressor limiter gates. Let's take a close look at the front panel and the controls that are there. On the far right side, you see the power switch that switches the AC power on or off. In order to avoid possible undesired noise transients in a live sound application, switch on the power to your compressor before you switch on the amplification system. Threshold controls are used to determine the threshold point below which expansion is to occur. The range of the threshold controls are from off to plus 10 dB. If a signal is above the threshold value, the plus LED lights up. That indicates that it is an inaudible sound. For a signal below the threshold, the minus LED lights up, indicating expansion mode. The threshold controls set the threshold point for the compressor sections. They have a range of minus 40 to plus 20 dB. Ratio determines the ratio between the input and output level for all signals exceeding the threshold point. The attack controls determine the rate by which compressors respond to a signal that exceeds the threshold. These controls can be adjusted from 0.1 to 200 milliseconds. The release controls determine the rate by which the compressors return to unity gain after falling below the threshold levels. These controls can be adjusted from 0.05 all the way to 4 seconds. By activating the auto switches, the attack and release controls are disabled, and the attack and release rates are automatically derived from the program material by means of an intelligent program recognition. The 12-segment gain reduction meters indicate how effectively the gain is reduced by the compressor within a range from 1 to 30 dB. The 8-segment input-output meters display the input signal levels to the compressor when the in-out switch is in the out or bypass position. When the in-out switch is set to the in position, the input-output meter displays its channel signal output level. The output controls allows for the increase or decrease of the output signals by a maximum of 20 dB. This allows for compensation for level loss due to compression or limiting process. The in and out switches activate the corresponding channel. This switch can also be called a hard bypass. The process control sets the available amount of enhancement on a relative scale between off and 6. The mode switch can be used to select either stereo or mono operation as marked.